Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for June 30th, 2022. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. To access the SRC4u demonstration on the Zoom call, you're going to scroll down from her website and look for this link. This link, when you click through, is going to take you over to her Zoom call, where she'll demonstrate the SRC4u software. If you'd like to be part of Cathy's Daily Energy Clearing Group, the information's here. Just click through. When you watch the demonstration on the SRC4u software, you'll see Client Group. This would be you. If you'd like to know what Cathy's latest posts are, she's on Twitter, and they're posted, and you can click on any one you want. For now, we're going to click through onto the Zoom call. It will be loud. You may want to reduce the volume on your speaker. One moment, please.
Hope everybody's doing well today. Here we are. We were still running. I did put it on stop for, to do this work. And I'm glad because I really like these primary situations that we scanned for. So I'm happy that we are still running this one. And I want to bring up a couple of things. As you can see, all that work on all these 5 categories, very seldom do we need any of these cocktails. Here's our scan today. But then for the startup scan, we did want the discarnate. And also, here's a couple of new codes. This one, Suramin, that's supposed to be effective against autism. And the other thing I heard about, but I haven't tested today, is black cumin oil. It's supposed to be not for autism, but that's supposed to be the root of what ivermectin is, so we want to test that. Kevin said this phenomenal prayer, and I'll send that out, and I put it in the prayer warrior for the group, and we're taking 22 hours. So, and I like this, the melodramatic and over-exaggerated display of emotions. Sometimes I say too much, other times I do not say enough, etc. You can read it for yourself. But it really, energetically, we really did respond to the energy of this prayer. And that's what I'm trying to learn to do is be quiet. Because people right now are upset. And I don't know, did I send this Court of Atonement out the other day? Did you guys get this?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay, I thought I did. And then also, we're going to do something different in July. We've had our June startup scan, and I'm going to revamp it for July. But what we're going to focus on in July is regaining the independence of our thought processes, because something is definitely going on. And we need to look a little deeper and see what that could be. We know, all of us in this group know, that the CIA perfected mind control back in the 20s and 30s without digital stuff. The digital came in, and that has placed a whole new level, and that might be why in 1961 the CIA coined the term conspiracy theorist, because there's nothing most of us are more afraid of than being labeled a conspiracy theorist, even though some of these conspiracies turn out to be true. So, being that the CIA coined all this mind control technology and also induced that term, it makes me ponder that. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Let's go in here. Induced trance, and just see at this moment in time. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Let's amp it up. But and so these are just any input you have. I'm reading a bunch of books. I love to read the books, and putting some things together on what might alter our thought process. Somebody tell me, but aren't we wired to love our babies? Is that right or is that wrong? Well, I don't know the answer to that. But I know we're wired for love. That is automatically in there. As far as love of our offspring, I can't comment on that. I don't know. But I don't know what to tell you, but there's something off with us.
Yeah.
In my opinion, keeping in mind, I don't know either.
You know, when we came into the when we were born, we were already hardwired.
I believe that. Yeah.
Hardwired.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, definitely.
And so there's a lot we're going to be thinking about next month. It's going to be. I'm not going to skip anything because I think we need to look at it, and some of it may be taboo, but that's okay. Now here is, and we've been doing so well with the discarnate scan. Very seldom do we need it. We did ask for it today, so let's just go in here. I'm not sure exactly what tramp spirits are. I like to show the numbers. Let's see. I'm probably going to be later. I won't do it during the call. Going up all of these. But now here, protected by infinite love. That doesn't sound so bad. And that is our birthright. And so let's look. This is pretty good, this protected by infinite love. It does go up to the 100. Let's look at our Pro Tool. Oops. All right, so let's just go in here. Let's just try something. Every cell in every body and head of energy group. Let's just for the heck of it recharge. And put protected by infinite love. 5 minutes, so we don't need much. That's also what we've been doing with the supercharger on occasion. Let's just see if we want it today. Or you can go in and check this. I don't do anything unless we resonate. And we're close, not quite. That's a pretty powerful thing. We looked at that a while back. Remove negative DNA bonds. Now, there wasn't a code yet for that, although I'm not going to pull it up now. Maybe there is if anybody wants to look. But we don't need the codes. The words themselves are in code form. It's very interesting. So we got a little stress there. Let's amp that up. Takes a while. Let's just see if we want to use the yes therapy for that. Yeah, we sure do. And by the way, unless something has changed, let me just look in here. I hope I'm pulling up. No, sorry, not pulling up the right one. We are still working on a couple of those yes therapies from early in the week. So I guess I can't do too much investigating, or I'll show other people's names. But okay. And we've got repel negativity. I'll do a few of these, because this really today, for some reason, is our focus. And one thing, a lot of light is coming in from the related to the Schumann wave. You may see a few people having a little detox, getting a little sick. I don't know. Disarm and destroy all creatures designed to harm or manipulate. That one's another little bit of stress. For the heck of it. For the heck of it. I'll come back and see how long. This is an interesting one that we requested. Clear all programs and implants that instruct the human nervous system to release life force. Is there such a thing? We don't know. Don't need to focus on it, but we did come up with this request, so let's douse it in and see how it looks. A little stress there. Let's see. Okay, look at that with the elemental scanner. So this elemental scanner, is our menu, is more powerful, I think, than a lot of us realize. Be a positive. Go back and look at the pathogen panel. All right, we're taking 19 hours on that one. Over there. Let's do it. This is another one, this energy of witchcraft, sorcery, and the occult, which it used to be taboo to even talk about that. But just like we're in the age of information, and anything you want to look up, you can. There are plenty of people fooling with this kind of thing, especially the young people, and they have so much power when they're younger, and it's something we need to be aware of. Bring to light any oppressing or possession non-beneficial energies and hold them accountable. I don't know what I was reading where I got all this stuff, but it can't hurt. Okay. And then let's just see, you're going to get a field of some sort every day. Let's just see if this might be it today. Yeah, we'll take it. I'm not sure that's one that's already in. Let's look and see. No, so you don't have to make this real complex. One hour. And what I've been doing lately, because there's so many of these, is scanning to see if we can put all of them in one of the Pro Tools. So we know they're going to go in the E4. I have to make it smaller again. I'm sorry. Because we do have a group we're working with here, so let's let's just look and see. Okay, so we'll actually take this information in the supercharger as well. Pro Tool. It's going to freeze on me a bit now, so I'll come back, but you know that's what we're doing. But I want to see too, I talked with someone the other day, and they still weren't comfortable with making cocktails. I just want to give a real quick example. Let's just go in to the, let's go to the liver meridian. You're going to highlight here, copy. Oh, goodness sakes. Start over. And just go in. Fine. Let's do it again. Just paste right here, Control V, and then go down here to save as a cocktail. And go down here, just liver meridian. And you've got it. And you can do that with any of these lists. Make any cocktail. Now it's in there. So is that pretty self-explanatory? You get that?
Yes, thank you.
And
I don't have any problems with the ones that you name as a cocktail, but the ones that you do just totally, you have to revert back to the video to find out where they went.
oh, yeah, and a lot of them are, you know, yeah, I get a little carried away with cocktails. We don't need them all for cocktails, but yeah, and everybody will use their own intuition probably. But we have a lot of this this information we can get, and that's one thing I'm noticing with all the updates is this WonderClick does a bunch. It absolutely is amazing. So it looks like the supercharger came up. Let's see if we can go back in, copy this. You can also, if you're working with someone who's going through a lot of stress, you can also mediate this scan. Go into the mediator and do a pro and con, because you may find that some people really don't want to release. They think they do, but on a very deep level, they want to hold on to that stuff. And yet they're coming in looking for help. So the mediator is also a powerful. Not quite. Okay, so we'll go 10 hours.
That's always a question for me.
What's that, Ron?
I said that's always a question when it comes to the working with a mediator, because I just gotta always figure out what can I put in there, you know?
Yeah, the mediator. The best I understand the mediator, we're mediating with ourselves. So you can put anything in there, but I'll give this example because it's not that small of a world. I have a person now that came over from Iraq. She actually escaped her family. And she has been through, I can't begin to tell you. And I do a lot of mediator work with her to clear this kind of energy. And I don't know the source of it. I don't need to know. Like I say a million times, all I know is I don't know. But the mediator can be very powerful. And not just because you're working to clear, because that's all we are, is a bunch of electromagnetic fields. And so this is very doable with persistence, but that's not it so much, to me anyway. To me, it's our own awareness that we don't want to clear it, which then our brain will kick in and go to work, it seems. So this is during this week that I realized that she comes in tomorrow, and I think she'll be very surprised that as of yet, since last Friday, with the mediator, we're still not down to zero for her accepting that clearing. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
And so we are good here. We're still going. Let's see if we want to add any additional themes. We're going to really go in for the month of July and focus on what may be dividing so many of us and what's causing all this stress. And Kevin's prayer is phenomenal. I'll send that out, and we can probably all use a bit of that in the SRC as well. So anything else? Anyway, if anybody wants this, I'll send it to you. A Native American did a big post on Facebook about how it's time to acknowledge that something is messing with our minds. And I was so surprised because I had just decided last night this has got to be our July focus. And then this. So if anybody wants this text, let me know and I'll be happy to share it. And
have you ever heard the term Watico? I don't know if I'm saying it.
Watico.
Watico, yeah, that's an interesting one to bring in.
I did a post about that a while back. So
Yeah.
It's considered like a parasite that messes up our mind. That's right.
Yeah.
And you see, this is the positive, is most of this stuff used to be totally taboo. And we've got to have awareness. We don't have to dwell on it and get all paranoid, but we have to be aware such a thing exists, which I have to say for many years I was not. I knew it existed, but I didn't realize real people actually were playing with this stuff.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the same?
I don't know if they're people.
Well, no, there's people. There's people.
Is that the same parasite like the crazy cat lady?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know
You
about
don't?
the
Oh.
cat lady.
That's a real thing. I mean, picture the typical crazy cat lady. It's a parasite. It's from the cats.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh. Yeah, no, I don't know anything. No, Watiko was what the Native Americans referred to. Christians called it demons. Gnostics called it archons.
Wow.
And Native Americans called it Watiko. And for some reason, that Watiko doesn't sound quite as taboo. You know, you go around talking about demons or archons, there are going to be people that don't like that.
Do we know which tribe? Because I've never heard that either.
Yeah, it was the Cree.
Cree. Thank you.
Yeah. And so it's interesting.
That sounds interesting. Very
Yeah,
much.
it really is. So, in fact, what I did with the last post, maybe the one before last, actually, we had wanted the girdle meridian, and so that list is in there. So you can copy that. That updated, organized list is there. But what we're doing, as I mentioned in the most recent post, is we're going to connect some dots. And the way you connect dots is you follow numbers, because we're all overwhelmed by dots at this moment in our history with all the information coming in from every different direction. We're going to see what the SRC can do to help us paint the picture we want for our own personal life. We can't influence others, but we can certainly work with our own self.
Absolutely.
So anyway, well, this is great. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend,
Yes.
and I will see you Monday morning.
Thank
All right,
Okay,
happy
Cathy.
almost.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This concludes the SRC4u Zoom call, which is a Zoom call demonstration on the SRC4u software. Thank you for participating. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well. YouTube disclaimer, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only.